I'm so excited to share with you all today, especially you beginner skaters, some warm-ups that you can do on the carpet before hitting the floor. If you want to jump right into that topic, go ahead and skip ahead to about 7 minutes. Otherwise, stay tuned so that you can get to know my friend Linda and learn a little bit about her skate journey. I was so excited to meet her today. Hopefully ShopRite will let us do this. We will see. We are in the ShopRite. I'm gonna interview Linda here in this corner. It's totally not sus. Hey, hello everyone. I'm here with Linda. Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. I don't know what to say. I'm Linda. I'm 27. I live in Philadelphia, and this skating is one of my new hobbies. So I was really happy to meet Emily on Facebook, and today is our first day meeting, and we just skated together.
Yeah, I just met her. Thank you so much for meeting up with me, because I love meeting skaters, and you're a complete newbie, right? So today is your first day at any rink, period.
Correct, yeah. So I have been skating a little bit at a local park. So it's just like black pavement, and I've really just been going straight, pretty slow. So
Forward,
yeah.
Nice, which you'll see in the footage. I don't know if I'm going to put this at the beginning or the end of the video. Anyway, so I want to ask you the who, what, when, where, and why of your skating journey. So who, for instance, is there a person who inspired you to skate? Maybe someone you saw online or someone in your life?
So I actually started in college doing longboarding, and more recently I got myself like a skateboard, which I hadn't touched in a while, and so I was thinking this pandemic would be the summer where I was going to finally learn how to skateboard. And I am on TikTok a lot, and there are a lot of TikTok videos with skaters. So I would say every single TikTok I watched with a skater, roller skater, is what inspired me to finally pick it up.
What kind of skates do you have? What type of skating are you interested in learning? Because there's all different styles.
Yeah, so I have Candy Girl Carlins, and in the pink color, and I think these wheels are meant for indoor and outdoor. Okay, so far I've mostly been using them outdoor. I think outdoor skating is, I would do both indoor and outdoor. I'm interested in both, but I'm not experienced enough to say one over the other.
Yeah.
And so far, I'm just beginning, so I'm just trying new things. So I can't say a specific genre of skating yet.
Yeah, like ramp skating versus rhythm skating, and a bunch of styles that I don't even know how to define, honestly.
Yeah, interested in trying them all though.
Yeah, same. I love that. I can actually feel your wheels.
Yeah, sure.
They look like they're pretty gummy.
I think they are gummy. They're also really large.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I think it might be good or bad for a beginner.
It's definitely good for a beginner. Bad in the sense that you're more likely to trip yourself.
Oh.
But good because it's easier to balance, and the fact that they're gummy makes it easier to roll over little sticks and things.
Like little rocks.
If you are skating
Definitely
outside.
been tripped up by rocks in the park.
Yep, I've fallen on my face plenty of times from mistakes. It's not fun. Do you remember when did you start?
Ooh, it would have been just a couple months ago. So, well, I think I want to say summertime then. So sometime in the summertime is when I started, and I really only have been going out once every couple weeks. And it was been outdoor up until now. Today was my first time skating indoors, so that was really exciting.
Yeah, so that brings us to the where. So you're used to skating outdoor?
Yeah, and so I go to Poplar Park, which is in pretty close to Center City, Philadelphia. And
I know it.
You know it? Have you been there?
I have.
Okay, we can go sometime.
Yeah, let's go.
I usually go on the weekends, so you can find me there on the weekends. But If we're going together, we can also choose a weekday too. Have you ever skated on their tennis court?
Yeah.
If there's no one there, it's so nice.
It's really, really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm breaking the rules because it's a tennis court, but I don't even care. It's worth it.
Yeah, well, if there's no one there, I think it's okay. And yeah, if anyone ever, like, if any tennis players actually came, then I would definitely, like, give them the court.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been kicked out of tennis courts, but it's really rare.
Yeah.
But it happens.
Yeah.
So, who, what, when, where, why? Okay, this is kind of a deep one for me. Like, for me, it's really tied to my mental health, but what would you say is a reason that you want to learn to skate, or a reason that you are skating?
Yeah, so I think staying active is really important to me, and I've found that running on a treadmill is not my activity, and so I'm always looking for fun ways to integrate physical activity into my lifestyle, and this is something that I find fun, so it definitely fits the bill. And also to be able to do something that's more sociable and meet people who also have the same interests. So something like this is exactly why I started skating.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Like, making friends is hard.
It really is when you're an adult.
Yeah, when you're an adult.
When you're a working adult.
And honestly, I'm shocked that we're the same age, because that's really rare that I find another skater who's my age. So that's pretty dope. Jump to it. Let's check it out. Something that newbie skaters tend to overlook is the fact that it's so beneficial to practice moves on the carpet. There are so many things you can do to enhance your strength and balance. So right here we are practicing putting our toe stops down. This is going to prepare us in how to stop when we are skating backwards. Make sure that you are not leaning forward or back and that your knees are bent. Now we're going to try to put 2 toe stops down at the same time. Some people prefer to use 2 toe stops. I prefer to use 1. It just honestly depends on my mood, but it's good to practice a few different ways. Right here, as you can see, we're grabbing onto the wall. In my mind, it's equivalent to a ballet bar. Bringing it back to my dance history, it's so helpful to just have that little piece of comfort to help with stability. Never be ashamed to hold on to something or someone, but make sure you really trust them. When you're on the floor, your feet should look more like this when you're skating backwards and going into your toe stop halt. They should be staggered. Now we are going to practice our core strength and balance and go into a squat. The purpose of this is to know that when you are feeling wobbly is for your body to know through muscle memory that you want to pull forward and down and get really low. It's going to really help with balance when you're about to fall. The more that you practice, yay, Linda, you did so good, killing it. So the more that you practice getting low like that in a squat, the more likely you are to get into that position when you are feeling off balance, and the less likely you are to fall backwards. It's important that you practice falling and practice getting up. For this, we're going to focus on practicing how to stand up. So turn your body into a table and then put one knee up. You can't really see my skate, but all 4 wheels are on the ground. I'm not on my toe stop. And then I push off of the top of my knee. Make sure that your knee, when you're getting up, is directly over your heel. You don't want your knee to be over your front wheels. I will say one thing about falling is that it's much better to fall on your thigh than to fall on your knees. So keep that in mind. If you're out there on the floor and you feel like, ooh, I'm really gonna fall, pull your body forward and down, get low, and fall to the side on the cushy part of your leg. Another really good thing to do is to practice marching with your toes out. This is how you are going to skate forwards with ease. Go ahead and practice this on the carpet. The great thing about doing this on the carpet is that you most likely are not going to roll forward. And here is how to skate backwards. My toes are pointed inward. Once you practice this on the carpet enough, it'll become like second nature. And I would even suggest that every time you go to a rink, that you do a couple of these exercises on the carpet before you put it on the slippery floor. Make sure that you utilize your arms for balance. And we're gonna go take it to the floor. Here we are practicing that low squat position, but now we're going to roll forward at the same time. It's a little bit harder rolling forward, but you can do it. Yay! Now we're going to practice our forward skating. Point your toes outward and just do little marches. Right here we are practicing a plow stop. So plow stops are good. It's a good way to stop if you aren't going too fast. In order to do a plow stop, you need to get low, bend your knees, and push your feet outward and then inward with your toes pointing towards each other. Oh, here we go, skating backwards. So our toes are pointed in and we are doing little marches. And then the toe stop towards the back so that we can stop. Step, 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 step. Put your foot back and toe stop down. Yes, that was smooth. We're gonna practice how to get up now. So go ahead and slowly put your one toe stop down and bend down until you're all the way, knees are on the floor. Turn your body into a table. Put one knee up. Make sure your knee is over your heel, not your toe. Sweet. Make sure to hit the subscribe button underneath this video if you enjoyed this and you want more content like it. I'll catch you in the next one.